Have you ever wondered what secret fantasies women keep hidden? Today, we're going to talk about some of the desires that most women won't openly admit. It's like discovering a part of her world that she usually keeps to herself. Women can seem mysterious, but understanding these fantasies could help build a stronger connection between you two. Remember, these are just fantasies, not necessarily things she wants to happen in real life. Every woman is different, and what excites one might not work for another. But if you approach this with care, respect, and understanding, you might unlock a side of her she's never shared before. Ready to explore what goes on in her mind? Let's dive in. 8 fantasies she will never admit to. 1. The punishment fantasy. One fantasy that many women might secretly have is what I'll call the punishment fantasy. Now, this isn't about anything unsafe or harmful. Instead, it's about surrendering and trust. Many women feel the pressure to be strong and independent in everyday life, at work, at home, managing everything. But behind closed doors, some crave the freedom of letting go and allowing someone else to take charge. This fantasy plays on the idea of being vulnerable with someone she trusts completely. When a woman can fully trust you, she might want to experience the thrill of you taking control in a playful, safe way. Physically, this can be about mixing a little pain with pleasure, which heightens sensitivity and makes every touch feel more intense. It's a psychological release, a way for her to escape the daily pressures of life and just enjoy the moment. 2. Taking charge in the bedroom. Flipping the script. While many women enjoy the idea of being submissive, the opposite can also be true. Some women fantasize about taking complete control in the bedroom. It's the thrill of flipping the script, where she gets to be the dominant one, calling the shots, and seeing her partner fully submit to her desires. This isn't something all women will openly admit, but the idea of having full control can be empowering. It allows her to explore her own desires and fantasies in a way that might not usually come naturally. This role reversal can be a huge turn-on for both of you, as it adds a new dynamic to your intimate life. 3. The threesome fantasy. With her as the focus. Yes, the idea of a threesome might sound thrilling to you, but for many women, it comes with some conditions. Her biggest fear in this situation is the thought of losing your attention to the other woman. This jealousy, insecurity, and fear of being replaced can make the idea uncomfortable for her. However, if she knows that all the focus will be on her, that the experience is about her desires and pleasure, she may feel differently. The key here is communication. Make sure she feels secure, and talk openly about any concerns. Just discussing the fantasy can be incredibly exciting for her, as it lets her know you're open to exploring her desires without judgment. 4. Being seduced in public. But in a discreet way. Another fantasy many women won't openly admit to is the thrill of being seduced in public. Now, this doesn't mean anything inappropriate or overt, but something as simple as a whispered suggestion or a discreet touch when you're out together. It's the idea of feeling desired and wanted in a place where no one else knows what's happening. This fantasy plays on the excitement of secrecy and the idea of being naughty without anyone else realizing. The key is to make her feel like she's the only one on your mind, even in a crowded room. The thrill of public intimacy, combined with the control of knowing it's your little secret, can be incredibly exciting for her. 5. Being dominated by a powerful, confident partner. While this ties into the punishment fantasy, it goes deeper into a broader desire, being dominated by a partner who's confident, assertive, and in control. Many women secretly yearn to feel small and powerless in the best possible way, not because they're weak, but because they want to experience their partner's full masculinity. In everyday life, women are often expected to be in control of their own worlds. But with a partner they trust, some desire the opposite, to feel completely submissive. The fantasy of being dominated taps into the idea of trust and safety, where she knows she can let go entirely. This doesn't have to be about physical domination, it can be about setting the mood, taking the lead, and showing her that you're confident in your role. Oh, and by the way, before we move on to number 6, if you're finding value with this video so far, hit the like button right now, and if you don't want to miss out on my next mind-blowing video, subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell to get notified whenever I upload it. And then, go to the comments section below and type, "I subscribe." And I'll personally welcome you to the family. And guess what? I've got a very special treat for you, a free ebook called The Attraction Handbook. This book is all about how to make any woman obsess over you, even if you're average looking, or she has told you you are not her type. And it doesn't even matter you just want to sleep with a girl or if you want her to commit to you. Once you turn on the switch, she'll be uncontrollably addicted to you. Just click the link below to grab it. Alright, let's get back to it. 6. Being watched. But with limits. Another fantasy that might surprise you is the idea of being watched. Now, this doesn't mean your partner wants to perform in front of an audience, but the thought of someone catching a glimpse of an intimate moment can be a huge turn-on for some women. It's the thrill of being exposed, paired with the control of knowing it's still safe. Whether it's an open window, a slightly cracked door, or even the idea of role-playing that someone's watching, the idea of being seen can add an edge of excitement. But remember, boundaries are crucial here. She needs to feel safe, and this is all about fantasy, not reality. It's the idea of being desired and admired, even if it's just the two of you sharing that private moment. 7. Total focus on her. No expectations. This fantasy is one you might not hear often, but it's incredibly powerful. Women over 30, in particular, have often gotten comfortable with their own bodies and know what they like. A lot of women use toys to satisfy themselves, but what truly excites them is when their partner uses those toys on them without expecting anything in return. Picture this: you wake up in the morning, grab a toy, and it's all about her. No pressure on her to please you, no worries about whether she's doing enough. It's just about her enjoying every second. By making it all about her pleasure and taking away the expectation of reciprocation, she can relax completely, and that makes the experience even more intense for her. It shows her you're truly invested in her happiness, and that's something many women crave. 8. The deep emotional connection fantasy. Finally, and perhaps most importantly, is the fantasy of feeling a deep, unbreakable emotional connection during intimacy. For many women, the physical act alone isn't enough. What they crave is a partner who makes them feel cherished, loved, and emotionally secure. The fantasy here is less about what's happening physically and more about how she feels with you. Women often want to feel like they're the center of your world, that there's no one else who could ever take her place. This fantasy might seem subtle, but it's incredibly powerful. When you're able to make her feel that deep emotional connection, everything else becomes even more meaningful. It's not just about pleasure, it's about bonding on a level that goes beyond the physical. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to download your free copy of my book in the description section or pinned comment below. You'll be amazed at what you see. And lastly, I strongly recommend you watch the videos in the playlist showing on your screen right now. These transformative videos have the potential to catapult you into the realm of dating mastery, turning you into a true champion overnight. Hit the like button and subscribe to the channel if you're yet to. Feel free to share your thoughts and experiences with us in the comments section below. See you in the next video.